Well, hello, Alterno. Roman numeral V for Vermin, no doubt. Good morning to you, and welcome once again to High Noon with Vermin Supreme. I'm Vermin Supreme, of course, and this is the time of day where we gather. Today it's raining out. It's now dripping on my shoulder, on my porch. I guess I'd better fix that shingle. It's been on my list of things to do. Of course, when it's not raining, I hardly think about it. But then when it's raining, and I would hardly think about it, but here, oh, Esclef, aka God. Good day, God. Or Esclef. But it's the real name of God, apparently. So that's cool. Good to know. I always thought it was Allah or something like that, but no, it's not. And so we've got the viewers coming in here. Mo, how you doing? Happy high noon to you. It's good to be here. Pretty low-key, like I say. It's just raining out, and so I'm broadcasting live from my porch, which seems to have a leak in its own roof, and it seems to be dripping on my shoulder. So that's very exciting. Very exciting news for you all two of you. And of course, this is High Noon with Vermin Supreme, the show, or let me give you the proper air quotes, the show where I talk to the camera for no good apparent reason other than to connect with you, the handful of viewers that tune in. And always appreciate you, your interactions, your hellos, your howdies. Kenny Vieth! Hi, Kenny Vieth! How are you? It's nice to see you. It's so rare that I have somebody I actually know, a good friend that tunes in. And Kenny Vieth is a really good friend of mine from way back in the day, way back in the 1980s. That was in the last century. That was a long, long time ago. And together we lived in an amazing, crazy art weirdo house called the Jockey Club that we so named because we used to steal lawn jockeys off the lawns of the rich people's lawns and stacked them up there all over our front yard. And it was a crazy art house with crazy artists and philosophers and lunatics of all sorts of stripes. And, it's all in that movie, Who is Vermin Supreme?, which is no longer available. We're going to have to get on Steve and Derek about that and see if we can't get Who is Vermin Supreme back up online, because it had some wonderful footage from the Baltimore Jockey Club days and an interview with Kenny Vieth himself, reminiscing over all the fun and crazy and ecstatic times that we've had. Okay, we got the first question coming in fast. Let's see. It is Mo, and Mo. Oh, Mo. Okay, Mo from the Twitter. You have that similar face on there. I'm always forgetting to promote this show. I suppose I really should say, hey, everybody, tune in tomorrow, but I never do. So I guess I just don't give a fuck like that. It's one of those fucks that I do not give, and it's just another one, I guess. But I do give a fuck enough to really remember to turn this on every day at noon on Saturdays to say hello to you, my beloved viewers, all several of you. You make it all worthwhile. Don't know why there's so much light in my beard. It's not really sunny out, so I'm not really sure why it looks so white, but who cares? Once again, of course, I'm Vermin Supreme. It's High Noon with Vermin Supreme, the show where people tune in. Naruto Verse, aka Jose. Let's see, that's not Jose who was in my after school program, is it? if it is, I wanted to tell you that I found your card from when I gave up my kidney to my mother many years ago. And that card brings me great joy. I use it as a daily affirmation. It says something to the effect of Vermin Supreme. Vermin, when you come back, uh, you will be happy and you will be smiling. And I use that quite often as an affirmation to keep me on the right track and keep my head in the right place. Let's see, Devin and Cece, under your administration, how much will toothpaste cost? Toothpaste, of course, will be government issued, so it won't cost anything, but it will be part of your tax rebate. God got his job back again as God, and welcome God, the Almighty God, the Creator. It's so good to see God here back again. Or if you're another Jose, that's okay too. Naruto verse. All right, Devin and Cece putting me up for Supreme Leader of the USSR 2072, and I think that's a very reasonable way to look at it. We're all in it for the long haul, and even if I'm not alive, my severed head will probably be animated in some way, shape, or form, because that's just the way things work in this day and age. And we're moving right along. Okay, God, asking how much do ponies cost and how many people would realistically, God. You can't, the term realistic and realistically does not really apply. Geez, I gotta trim this mustache. Cannabis will be government issued. Just grow your own, I think, but we'll allow that. We'll encourage it. We'll send you starter kits. Get this great American hemp industry back in swing. Hemp will save the nation. Just imagine if we were producing hemp fuel instead of gasoline and oil-based fuels. The Russians would not have us by the balls, I guess. Oh, wait a minute, they don't have us by the balls. We have them by the balls. And of course, I was in Russia back in 1998. Attended the Russian Rainbow Gathering. It was actually the European Rainbow Gathering, but it was in Russia. And I met some very beautiful people. And we spent some time in Moscow and St. Petersburg, and wish the people of Russia nothing but the best. And very sorry to hear that their economy is crashing around their ears. And that they are feeling a lot of pain, and I don't like to know that at all, very much. When we were there, in fact, the ruble had just dropped. It was a big economic downturn and crisis there at that time. And I do recall at the Russian Rainbow Gathering, at the shitter was a whole bunch of Russian rubles of various denominations, which were essentially worthless, and we were using them to wipe our asses, which is always a good use of money. Cheers. Drinking coffee. Oh shit, I was gabbing too long and my coffee got a little lukewarm there. Don't like that one bit at all. Unfortunately, I don't have an assistant that I could say, hey, could you heat up my coffee? Because that's not the way I roll. So I'm going to drink this a little bit of my lukewarm coffee. As you can see, the inside of the coffee cup and pretty much the outside of the coffee cup is seasoned, as we say. How many of y'all like your cup of coffee seasoned? You keep that one coffee cup going for a long, long time, and it gets really covered up. Mo used to live in Iran. That is a very exciting and interesting thing to know. That's super cool. Best wishes to people who are Iran, who are also suffering. Phoenix Weiler, going to go against Biden in 2024. Well, he's the only one that I can go against, I guess, right now. But whoever else is there, I will be going against it. Yes, I will be fighting tooth and nail. I'm in it for the long haul. I will be running. By the way, my name is not Jose. Okay, Naruto verse. It was just a wild guess, but I was hoping. The first thing I'd do as president, Alterno V, of course, would be to take a day off because I'd worked very hard to get there, and I would be partying at the inaugurations. And Phoenix Weiler, I'm sure you can donate to me. I'm sure I will have a campaign fund, a campaign staff, maybe. I will have a place where people can donate. In the meantime, you can, of course, donate to Vermin Supreme by hiring me for a cameo.com/Vermin Supreme. I do cameos, not just for birthdays, I've done weddings. I did an intervention the other day. That was exciting. Somebody hired me on Cameo to do an intervention. I've also cheered people up whose dogs have died. People hire me. I actually did a quit. I quit for somebody. I told somebody's boss and gave 2 weeks notice for them on a Cameo. I sang, take this job and shove it. So if you have anything that you need done that a Cameo, this I don't know, Kenny, I don't know if the intervention worked. Hopefully it will. I just sort of, in addition to like, it's me, Vermin Supreme, blah, blah, blah. I also, got serious and told them that their friends cared about them very much and that they should seek rehab and blah, blah, blah. But that's okay. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. And hopefully it does take, or hopefully it helps push that person into rehabilitation. They were addicted to, and I don't think I'm betraying any trust here because it was a public, I don't know if it was a public Cameo, but anyway, it was, they were addicted to Whippets, and they were addicted to Xanax, and they were addicted to Kraton, and they were a fetish rent boy. The individual is a fetish rent boy, number 1 and number 2, which I don't know really means, I think it means pissing and poop play, and they were doing that to finance their addictions. And their friends were concerned that this was not a sustainable lifestyle or safe. So I gave it my best shot to try and let them know the gravity of the situation. People are often resistant to interventions and being told that their drug issues are problems. Oh, Alterno V, do I remember about your friend Pablo that we talked about a few weeks ago? Yeah, sure. Don't know, KB. Oh, excuse me, I spit again. We all have mucus. We're all humans. What can you do? All right, getting caffeinated up here, people. Woo! Maybe this show will get more exciting. Doubtful, but it might. You never know. Blah! 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 Because I know people really enjoy that aspect of when Vermin Supreme does crazy shit and acts all crazy. But that's not what the show is about. But it does continue to prove the point that if you watch Vermin Supreme be sedate for 3 or 4 hours, you'll get a few seconds or moments or minutes of wacky. Just because. Let's see. God is asking me a question here. You should guess on this show. I thought about that. I don't really not sure how to do that. Do the split screen. I know when I do the Facebook live streams, occasionally they give you like something that you can like bring people on, and I did that once or twice. And maybe we can. Guests would be fun. Because there's a lot of interesting people out there that we could do. I mean, I'd probably have to do it through SteamYard and some crap like that. I don't know. Maybe on Twitch. We'll fucking see. It would be nice to monetize some of these things. Maybe not. Oh, and back to the question about donations. Of course, you can always be a member of my Patreon. You can be a patron. Patreon.com/Vermin Supreme. Patreon.com/Vermin Supreme. And you too can give chump change. You too can give $3, $5, $10, $20 a month. I don't really care. I don't see any of it. I don't do anything with it. But you can do that. The VerminSupreme.com, Vermin Supreme, the celebrity brand. People are doing that. People are working that for me. We do have bills. Strangely enough, there are monthly costs to operating something that I'm not even knowing about. I guess. Maybe they're just embezzling that money. I don't know, but I'm promised that there are bills involved. There's MailChimps, which we hardly use. There's server costs for the website, shit like that. And so if you want to give a couple of bucks a month, you can do that. And every so often we do like special Zoom calls where I interact with you. You get discounts on crap. I don't know. Check it out. Check it out. I don't push it that hard because I guess I'm not that invested in it. But you can too. You can be invested in it. You can invest yourself into it. Okay, we're looking at the Devin and Cece. Racism in ponies exist. How do we combat it? If so, yes, I hear some ponies really hate some people on the basis of their race. But we can fix that with microchip implants, I'm hoping. Thank you. Sarah Brazo in the house. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Chitty chat, chit. It's another beautiful day here. It's a rainy day in Cape Ann, so I'm on my front porch on the gossip couch. We call it the gossip couch because when we have parties, all the people are like out there around the fire and stuff, and people hang up on my wife and her friends hang out on the couch and gossip and say, hey, see that one over there, and so this is known as the gossip couch in some circles. Jeez, I gotta fucking trim that shit. So what else is new? Oh, not much is ever new with me these days. It's an off election year, so things are pretty calm and quiet, but I will tell you this, something did get exciting. Mark Broussard, a wonderful Southern blues musician who appeared on the Meme-iversary series. If you want to go back and check out the Meme-iversary series, Mark Broussard played a set for us, and he's a known musician, a fairly well-known musician, a touring musician, and he tours all over the place. He had a great hit with a song called Home, which you might want to check out, Home by Mark Broussard. And he is on tour, and he has invited me to take the stage with him and play the Bones on a couple songs. April 9th, when he plays at the Cabot Theater here, in Beverly, Massachusetts. So that is super exciting because I almost never, ever play the Bones these days, and I never play with live musicians and very seldom play on stage. So that's really exciting news for me. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that he enjoys me enough and is to ask me to play with him, even though he's never heard me play, and I just assured him that I can. Oh, Jesus, cold coffee. But I'm swilling it down just to be caffeinated, just to try and be mildly stimulated to keep this a stimulating and scintillating event. Kenny Vieth! And sometimes I wonder why more of my real life friends don't tune in. So it's sort of nice. Heather B, hi Heather. Heather's a Patreon. Craig's a Patreon. Sarah's a Patreon. Some of the viewers here could just be like some of these viewers. You too can kick down a few bucks a month to help the Vermin Supreme organization. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to call it. It doesn't pay my bills, like my personal bills. It doesn't go towards that. No, I do stuff to make money for that, but it can help pay the bills that my organization have. I don't know. I don't even know how it works. All I know is I got a name, I got a brand, and stuff happens. God is in Estonia. I forget. I always forget that God is from Estonia. That's super cool. And so once again, of course, you Patreon members, thanks you for tuning in. Thank you for your generous contributions to my campaign. My art. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to term it, but I know maybe you do. So let's see. Abraham Lincoln in the house. Abraham Lincoln reanimated, or from the past. I'm not sure which, but it's jaywalking enforcement with intelligent AI cameras. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. Although I think it would be better to just have some sort of laser beam thing in the crosswalk itself, or just some sort of like screaming noise, or if you start jaywalking, it would just start like flashing lights in your eyes and shooting shit at you, or that would be exciting. God from Estonia saying that I remind him of Chong from Cheech and Chong fame, so that's cool. I guess they were funny people, good comedians, great movies, stoner humor. Sarah, with that, thank you for that update. Playing D&D and Cards with Humanity. Boy, you are a geek, and thank goodness for that, because geeks and nerds are indeed my biggest fan base. I think it's a fact. Oh, look at that. You can see the water dripping on my shoulder because there's a leak in my roof. There's actually a leak in my bedroom now. Got some roofing issues. But once again, of course, when it's not raining, it's not a problem, and it's not on my radar, so I don't really care about it that much. But it's about that time to start thinking about it. Daniel Gunner, thank you very much for your support, sport. Okay, God has given me something that says I've mastered magic, and I'm level 99 on RuneScape, which I don't know about, but that's good. That's right, Heather B. That's right. If you sign up as a Patreon member, not only do we occasionally get together on the Zoom and talk, and sometimes I try and like be entertaining, because I know I'm supposed to be an entertainer, and I guess when you're an entertainer, you're supposed to be entertaining, and so sometimes I do try and do that. Other times I just feel so comfortable with you all that I just don't fucking worry about it. I don't try and be entertaining. I rest on my laurels, which is what I think that I'm doing a lot these days. Yeah, I've done a lot of shit in the past, but I haven't done anything recently. So thanks for not holding that against me. And thanks for your support and inspiring me. So, Sarah, yeah, I'm going to get back to Twitch. I got to call Tyler, and we're going to figure out the Twitch thing, and hopefully during that whole meme-anniversary thing, I think I qualified to be a partner or something, whatever. A thing where they might give me some money. I don't fucking know. Once again, I don't see it. Doesn't go my way. Yeah. Oh well. Hooked on Twitch. I could do you one of those here interventions. Get off of the Twitch, man. It's doing you no good. Devin S. asking me the guy you made gay, Randall Terry. Did you turn him into a bottom or top? I think that was his choice. I don't think the magic dust is really distinguishable in that point. Oh yeah, man. So it's another beautiful day, and we're cruising right along here, and my coffee is getting cold, and the water's dripping on my head, and my feet are getting cold, and so it goes. That's life, isn't it? But got a fire on the wood stove, so it's going to be nice and toasty warm when I go in. And guess I won't be doing much yard work. So, God, that's a very good question. Thank you for asking. Is this a repaired boot, or did I get a new one? I actually got a new one. And, of course, if you need a boot just like this, you're going to want to go to Tingley Rainwear. Tingley Rainwear. I'm not sure their website. But they are indeed the place where I get my rubber boots. The other one was just blown out. This is the 17-inch over boot. It has a much more interesting wattle, a bigger wattle with the two holes instead of the one. It's a heavier version. It actually weighs like probably 2 or 3 times as much as the other one. So I thought it was going to be problematic. But no, it's okay. I've worn it. I haven't worn it for a full 8-hour shift yet, but that will come. And does all the things that I need it to do. Let's see, Heather B. Oh, Heather B, you are so kind, and I want to thank you so much for that. That touches me, and maybe gives me more credit than I deserve, or maybe not. I don't know. I've got plenty of sides. It's true. We all have plenty of sides, and we have that face that we put on, the public face, and We have that private side, and we have the way we are with our loved ones, and we have that way we are with our friends, and we have that way we are with just ourselves, and we are all sorts of. I'm going to assume that's nethers, Heather B, instead of neithers, but I'm glad it's tingling you down there. Kenny Vieth, interestingly enough, they do not have an autographed picture of me in their showroom. You would think I would be their spokesman. You would think they would send me free boots and they would try and capture this whole market that they could totally capture. They could be the primary boot hat suppliers to the world if they really set their minds to it. But maybe the market is just too limited. I don't know. I can't imagine that I'm the only person who wears a boot on their head. I mean, it seems perfectly normal, and I don't know why more people don't, or maybe they do, and I just don't see them. I don't know. Oh, Jesus, this fucking coffee is cold. Fucking hell. All right, well, we're coming up on the half hour, so I guess it's good a time as any to shake the rain off the weed jar. Vutz 100 or Vutz 100 or Vutz 100. Greeting for Germany. We have Germany in the house because that is just the way this show is. It goes around the world. It's like it's everywhere. This show is everywhere. And today we're also in Germany. So hello, Germany. Hello to my German friend who's tuned in today. It's wonderful to have you. We have 19 viewers, which is an amazing amount at one point. I mean, that's really good, I think. For some reason, YouTube seems to be underutilized in all the places that I am. I mean, I got like zillions of Facebook followers, thousands, tens of thousands of Twitters, and I don't know, not a lot of YouTubers, but that's okay. Vermont in the house, Mr. Stand-Up Philosopher. Love to hear some of your shtick sometime. Oh, it still smells good. Look at that weed. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Gotta smoke some weed, people. And you know what that means. It's time to bust out the glass vermin. Because if you need a glass pipe, a pipe that looks like me, that wears a boot, you should tune in. I believe this is indica. I believe it's called chronic. Hello from England. We have England in the house. We have Germany in the house. Once bitter enemies and now great friends. So there you go. And the people have, So anyway, I think it is the chronic. Or I think chronic, maybe. Just plain chronic without the. In any case, verminsupreme.com/shop. verminsupreme.com/shop is where you will find the Vermin Supreme glassware, the glass pipes that look like Vermin Supreme that you can smoke weed out of, or tobacco, or whatever the fuck else you want to smoke out of it, I guess. And so we're going to grab this little nug here and stuff it in there. I've got weed in my belly. I've got the weed in my belly. And soon I will have the fire in my belly. Ha ha ha. Oh, there's my lighter. Misplaced my lighter. And of course, for those longtime viewers, we're keeping track on how things look on the inside of the pipe, because not only is there an outside to the pipe, there is an inside to the pipe. And in this particular pipe, you see that detail. There's my megaphone, my bullhorn, and my feet are the carburetor. Okay, the carburetor is my feet. And we're going to look inside there and see how it's looking, because it changes week to week depending on how much do it. And as I say, I am coming for you. So I'm not sure why there's evil demons inside of my pipe. Anthony Bradbury probably knows. It probably has something to do with the devil's weed. Smoke the devil's weed, you're going to get that sort of stuff going on. Oh, here we go. Wait. There we go. Yep, looks like he's looking right at you. Okay, so that's the view inside my feet. Okay, all right, okay, cool. And then with this glass verminware, you can suck on my boot just like in real life. So let's take a look at what's going on inside the pipe today. And it's pretty subtle, but it would still make a nice NFT, don't you think? And once again, of course, always feel free to screenshot anything on any of my streams and turn it into an NFT and give me the money. Give me a cut. Well, that's pretty neat. Pretty. Okay. Yes, my porch. So let's get down to business here. Let's start smoking the weed. If you got it, if you got them, if you got it, if you got them, if you got it, if you got them, spark them up. Smoke them if you got them, people. All right, it's time. Are you ready? Oh, jeez, you can see the rain dripping down. Okay, I guess I better fix that hole in my roof. Don't let the rain come down. Oh, no. My roof's got a hole in it and I might drown. Boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba. Anybody remember that song? I think it might be Nielsen Schmilson. Maybe. Okay, let's do it. Let's smoke a little weed. It's fucking raining on me. Okay, let's do it. Oh, the Swamp Queen, also known as Sunshine Cantu. Nice to see you, Swamp Queen. Once again, of course, I've been really shying away. I've not done any podcasts in a long fucking time. I did one with the Surfs to help promote Rod Webber's movie called Dumpster Fire. 2020, The Dumpster Fire. If you've not seen 2020, The Dumpster Fire, you should totally see it. You should totally tune into it. You should totally watch it. It's on fucking iTunes and all the places. Vimeo. No, it's not on Vimeo. But you should watch that, and you should definitely watch This Is Vermin Supreme. If you haven't seen This Is Vermin Supreme, you should watch it on Vimeo. If you haven't seen that, I mean, how many people here have seen that movie, This Is Vermin Supreme? Raise your hand if you've seen This Is Vermin Supreme, or a simple yes or no in the comment section will do. And if you've not seen This Is Vermin Supreme on Vimeo, you should watch it. It's a really funny fucking movie. Okay, another collaboration. Another a sound artist has reached out to me, musician type, and we're gonna get together and do something. Yay! 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 See, you can be like these cool cats. You can be a cool cat too by watching This Is Vermin Supreme. And with a little bit of luck, we'll get Who Is Vermin Supreme back up online. And of course, Was That Vermin Supreme is like something really crazy. My book, I, Pony, Blueprint for New America. Thank you, Heather B. We're going to read a chapter of that and get that set to music. Maybe we'll do the audio book of that. I just ain't got the motivation. I just don't care so much. Maybe that's why I'm not successful. Well, I'm very successful, of course. But maybe I'm not as popular or successful as I could be if I gave a fuck. I don't know. Hard to say. Anyway, let's smoke some weed. Enough of this fucking wondering about shit. Yeah, the audiobook's been on the board and the back burner for quite a while, and maybe we'll get it done one of these days. Yuck. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the nice thing, Heather B, is that, I don't have to be so motivated. I mean, it's because I'm a meme. My brand or I don't know, it sort of takes care of itself. People make art out of me all the time. Maybe not so much these days, but for quite a while it was true. So there is that. And of course, I do have several people who help maintain my Facebook page, and they're putting up really inspirational memes all the time. Vermin Supreme's dank meme stash has sort of turned into a shit show, but that's not new. It always sort of was, but And I do have moderators, but I gave up on it. I mean, once upon a time, there was nothing but Vermin Supreme memes. Now it's like, whatever, anything goes. Do I care? Not that much. Do you care? Probably not either. So let's smoke more weed. Oh, yeah. But love to get back on tour one of these days, or do live appearances, or get back to fucking around in the street, or whatever. We'll see. I'm old. I don't care. All right. We're happening. Let's see. Any other good comments here? No. Oh, okay. Spine cordless. Asking a question. Do you watch Ancient Aliens? I do not. Thank you very much for asking. I am familiar with the meme, though. Interesting observation, Heather B. Other people always care more about you than you do. And I suppose that's true. I just work here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Keep looking. This is Vermin Supreme by Rod Webber. Rod Webber is the filmmaker, so look for that. It should be there. He has not told me otherwise. I'll try and remember to look for it. Okay, God in Estonia. Good luck with, hope the Ruskies don't roll over your fucking border, motherfuckers. If they do, NATO's got your back. I guess. Ayahuasca, maybe someday. Drugs that make you puke. I don't thrill on too much, but I don't know. I used to really enjoy the psychedelics when I was a kid. I think they've done their job. I think they did their thing. I think they did their trick. Psychedelics, acid, and mainly acid back when I was a kid, really opened my mind and made me question reality in a way that allowed me to fuck around with reality through very simple methods. And alter reality to my liking, and change situations in reality by knowing how they're going to play out and somehow intervening and short-circuiting them, which was a lot of my work on the riot world, changing things up there. Buckethead Wendy, hey! All right, excellent, let's do it. Let's smoke more weed, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Smoke them if you got them, and don't if you don't smoke weed or don't got them. And I hope it's not impolite of me to smoke weed in front of you if you don't have any, because that's sad. I've been there, totally been there. But ever since we were allowed to legally grow weed in this state of Massachusetts, man, ha ha ha, I got all the weed I need. Ha 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 ha. Now, Buckethead Wendy, are you Wendy Bucket? Also, on the Facebook there. just curious there, Wendy. Wow. I saw my face getting, I didn't know my face turned that color red when I coughed on weed. Well, we all gonna die sometime, Heather or me, but not right now, right here. Oh, okay, very good. But you couldn't get Wendy Bucket on this YouTube, or it's just one of those things. Woo. I'm dead. DED. Ha 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 ha. How do you know I'm not a zombie? How do you know I'm not previously deceased and am some sort of animated ghost or cyborg or android or some sort of AI? We don't even know anymore. I could be a deep fake. This whole thing might not even be real. But maybe it's the Matrix. But the attention to detail is amazing. Check out those nose hairs. Well, does that mean there's another Wendy Bucket there? I mean, have you spoken to this other Wendy Bucket, the person who does have that? Because, I noticed I had similar situations where a lot of people use Vermin Supreme as a handle. And so, like in a lot of these platforms, I could not even get Vermin Supreme because I had to be the real Vermin Supreme or stuff like that. In fact, right here, I'm the real Vermin Supreme. Um, oh, I think I am Vermin Supreme, but I forgot my password. I think that's what happened. Come to think of it. However, on TikTok, I couldn't get Vermin Supreme. There's a bunch of them that, I don't know. More power to them. I suppose I could sue them, or if I wanted to waste my lawyer's time on it. I mean, I do have a service trademark on Vermin Supreme. In fact, it's up for renewal. I'd better fucking do that before it ends up parked and I lose it. Like, I lost verminsupreme.com one year. That was very embarrassing. Back in, I don't know what year it was even. It was probably around between 2012 and 2016 campaigns, maybe, or somewhere in there. But because a friend of mine gave me verminsupreme.com early on. I mean, like back in the 90s. And before I was on a computer, before I even knew what the fuck the deal was. And then when they stopped re-upping it, a friend of mine grabbed it. And that was great. Freeman Z. He made a crazy screaming website, and that was good for a while. And then he stopped paying on it, and I wasn't able to get him money to re-up it. So it got parked, and then porno bots bought it up. Porno bots, and so they used the same template, the same fucking gosh darn website that we were using, but they inserted like little links to all these porno fucking sites. And it was very embarrassing because at that time, I guess it must have been right around 2012, because then I got famous and people were like checking me out, and I was trying to like get college gigs and high school kids, and were wanting me to speak in their classroom, and all of a sudden the adults would find these sketchy ass fucking links in this verminsupreme.com website. And it would have been very funny. It was a very funny prank in a way, but at that time I was just trying to get be legit enough. So that was very embarrassing. And hey, you want to laugh? Check this one out. verminsupreme2020.com. Go ahead, go there. verminsupreme2020.com. Now, I don't know why we didn't keep that one. I don't know why we lost it, but it's nice that it sees enough traffic that spam gamblers from Japan took it over. So your generous donations help stuff like that not happen so much. I mean, vermin2020.com, we're not using it, so it's sort of funny that somebody else has piggybacked this weird Japanese gambling site onto it. So, I mean, does it really matter? Is it sort of funny? Am I being exploited? I don't know. It's just funny. But the porno links was really funny. And if I remember correctly, what happened was at that time, my fame or interest in what I fucking do was very, very seasonal. And so it was like after the election, after the inauguration, the Google searches, and they just dropped to fucking almost zero. And so the porn spam bots, apparently it wasn't worth their while. They weren't getting enough clicks. And so then they put it up for grabs, and I was able to get it back. So there you go. Japanese gambling site. Remember, verminsupreme2020.com. Now more than ever. Dude, I don't get a cut of that either. Sadly. You would think I would get a cut, but no. So it's a little weird, because interesting thing, when I first started taking on the Vermin Supreme moniker, I was using it, but I also briefly, early on, thought that it could very well be a group name along the lines of Karen Elliott or Monty Canson, and didn't. I think I encouraged it a little bit until people started introducing themselves as Vermin Supreme on the street, and it sort of freaked me out a little bit. And so but interesting fun fact, in Philadelphia at the 1996, I want to say, convention, political convention, there was a mass arrest at the puppet house and on the streets, and hundreds of people were getting arrested. And when they were asked to give their name, they used Vermin Supreme. So there was like literally hundreds of Vermin Supremes in jail in Philadelphia during that convention. And I know that because this journalist, Johnny Jones or John, jeez, I can't remember his name, a real legit and popular journalist, told me that when they were in Philadelphia, they wanted to see the arrest logs, and he told me that he saw Vermin Supreme after Vermin Supreme after Vermin Supreme. So that was a pretty, and once again, I wasn't encouraging, it wasn't my idea, but boy, it was sort of funny that everybody did do that. Uh, Interesting related story at the G8 summit in Pittsburgh. I think it was maybe '08. I could be totally wrong on that. I think I am wrong. Uh, that is where I discovered the power of clown warfare, if you will, of psychological operations during different situations that can really change the tenor of them. And when I refer to, changing reality to suit my liking, this is one of those examples. And I think this is one of the things that using a lot of psychedelic drugs when I was very young made possible, because it allowed me to see these possibilities. And so the scenario was, it was the last day of the event, and someone had peppered the, it was after, oh, let's see, okay. It was it was the day after that it was a talent show. I guess it was an anarchist show. I guess it wasn't a talent show per se because it was like a lineup. And so we did, these things, and I had to be very careful in the preceding days because I couldn't get arrested because I was scheduled to perform at this anarchist event. And so it was this really nice theater, a couple hundred people. It was a good show, but the last performer did this guided visualization, this guided meditation, and it was about getting ready to fuck shit up, essentially. And it was sort of like get ready to riot. And it was like, visualize, if you will, you are all powerful. The streets belong to you. The state is big, but it's illusory. It's paper thin, and you can break through the state. You can go through the government if you believe. And imagine, if you will, you are at this event, and you see this window that's just calling to you. This window that says, "Take me, smash me, I'm yours." And I want you to look down, and you see a brick or a large rock, and you reach down and you pick up this brick, and you feel the heft of the brick. You feel the weight of the brick, and you see your target. And you zero in, and you can visualize the brick smashing through the window, and you can feel the arc of your arm, and you can see how that feels. And it's a beautiful thing. It's physics, and you can understand the physics and the secrets of the universe and the molecular occurrences as it sails through the air, as the gravity wants to draw it down to the center of the earth. But the trajectory and the force continue going on, and it smashes. Well, God, you're in the middle of a creative visualization, and I'm recounting a story. And so this visualization took place, and it was like, and I thought, well, that was very interesting. I didn't take it too literally, but that was my mistake, because when that theater let out, that theater became, and I don't want to say mob, but it became a crowd with a united purpose. And so we were walking through the streets, and all of a sudden I realized that, wow, I'm in the middle of an anarchist street action again. And within a block, they were rolling the dumpsters into the street, setting them on fire, and the windows started getting breaking. And it's like, okay, it's pretty exciting. And I'm sure I was saying funny stuff through the megaphone and what have you. And then it rolled into the college district. And that's where the police showed up, the riot police, and they started gassing all the people and chasing students up into their dorms and macing them and caused like quite a kerfuffle. And so the next night and the next day, people, provocateurs, or just, I don't know, they put out the Fuck the Police March. They called for a Fuck the Police March. And let me tell you something. If you want to see a high risk of a police protest or confrontation situation, go to an event that is explicitly billed as a Fuck the Police March. Because for some reason, the police, and maybe the police actually put out the flyers, we don't know, take offense. They take offense that you're saying fuck the police. And I think, I don't know why, it's part of their job. I mean, I point this out to them oftentimes. It's, you are a public servant and you exist to be a service representative of your organization. And, if people are saying, fuck you, fuck the police, they got to understand that is simply people exercising their free speech and editorializing about their beliefs and what they're feeling and this type of thing. So this particular Fuck the Police March, started like many other Fuck the Police marches in any given city. A lot of cops. A lot of cops. Because they were expecting a riot. They were thinking the people would be rioting again and all this stuff. And okay, fine. And so it was a limited march. It was a march that didn't get too far, but it went around and we made our point. And I guess the cops made their point because they're, obviously demonstrating that they are the enforcer arm of the state and what have you. And we ended up, or I will say the march, which was probably a couple hundred people at that point, was stopped by a line of riot cops in front of the museum. I think it was the Natural History Museum in front of this big park. Anybody who knows Pittsburgh probably knows it. And there's like this dinosaur, a big life-size dinosaur and shit. And so it's a pretty cool place, But the Fuck the Police March realized that they were not going to be able to proceed forward in their intended free assembly exercise. And so the police seemingly, I think they were kettled. I think the cops rolled up on the other side. And I do believe, and I know for a fact that they decided to, because ultimately they did, effect a mass arrest. And so they were going in for this mass arrest. And these cops, hold on, let me grab a hit here and lose my place. So this row of riot cops starts making their move. So of course, they're totally across the street, and they have the shields out. I think they're shields, and they had their nightsticks. Their nightsticks were definitely deployed. They were out, and I'm trying to, because you know how the memory is. I mean, I like to think that they were put on their shields, but they might have been banging them on their fucking hockey shin guards. They were turtled up like that, and it's probably a little more plausible. I'd have to actually ask some people to verify that one event. So anyway, they got the sticks. They are doing that crowd control maneuver where they take a step and bang, take a step and bang. They're either hitting their stick on their shields or on their plastic shin guards. Does that feel? Yeah. And it made a loud noise. So it was like, step, bang, and it was obviously getting tense because the people are like there, and they're like, fuck police, and then the police are coming up acting in an extremely menacing fashion, which is one of their tools in their toolbox. It's one of the things they do, try and create fear, try and scare the fuck out of you and all those things, and prove that they're the badasses and what have you. And so they were making this move. And at that point, it was 2012. I had, if you remember, when I turned Randall Terry gay at the debate there, and you remember my closing arguments, I had that little button, that little song. It's like, Jesus told me to turn around. Oh, you will remember it as my theme song. And I would push the button. My name is Vermin. My name is Vermin. Vermin Supreme. And you can vote. And you can vote for me for president if you want to. And that little button device, little song toy, played the chicken dance. My name is Vermin. My name is Vermin. Vermin Supreme. There is an hour-long version of that on the internet, on YouTube. Type it in. 1 hour long Vermin Supreme song. It's that song over and over and over again. So anyway, get back to the story, Grandpa. Enough of the asides. Okay. So anyway, as the cops are making their move on this crowd of anarchists and students and normal people protesting in front of the Natural History Museum in Pittsburgh next to the park. And it's a little scary, it's a little tense, and the cops are doing this thing where they're going, move, move, move. And I realized that I happened to have this little song noise maker with me, and that I also happened to have my trusty bullhorn on my side. And so I myself, now once again, of course, I know a thing or two about demonstrations, protests, situations, and maintaining that situational awareness is very important. And so in this particular instance, when I saw that the crowd, looked like it was going to get boxed in or fucked with, I realized that I could do my work through the bullhorn a few steps back. And so in this particular instance, I said, well, I don't need to get arrested, really. So I went through the hedges, and so I was in the park, not too far away, 100 feet or so. And I fired it up. I fired that fucker up, and I pushed that button, and it started to play the chicken dance. And so the police were forced into the situation where I superimposed my reality over their reality, and I completely disarmed them. I pulled away that fucking veil, that fear, that illusion that they were trying to present, and it lightened the fucking mood. It lightened the whole situation, and it changed things up. Now, once again, of course, the police still came in. They still were fucking rough. They still effected a mass arrest, but the people's fear level was gone because that stupid, crazy song was on, and it made it seem like it was this whole fucking weird movie. And the chicken dance song carried on through the arrest portion of the program. When they put them in the police transport vehicles, the protesters in the 10 protesters would be singing the chicken dance. And then they would bang their fucking feet on the floor of the van. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And so it became a tool for solidarity with the people, a bonding moment with it for the people, and it was like it became a meme. It became an experience for the whole crowd that was getting arrested, and it carried over into the jail. So the people in the jail cells, this mass arrest, dozens and if not hundreds of people who were arrested that night were in the fucking lockup. And they were just, and every so often somebody would let that song out, and everybody would then stomp their fucking feet. Bum, 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 bum. So that was a very exciting moment in time, in protest history, and I highly recommend it. Using crazy, wacky music to cut the tension and make fun of the reality unfolding. And since then, I've also, found out that In League Press, the cats from the West Coast there that I've worked with, that did a lot of documentation of live streaming down in out in Cleveland. But anyway, not going to that story. I'm seeing we're up on the hour. It's 60 minutes, so it's been a wonderful 60 minutes. And like I say, every so often you got to watch a few hours of Vermin Supreme before maybe you'll get an interesting story. And the rest is just him reading messages and shit. So yes, Clown Warfare. That was the story, and I hope you enjoyed that story. And I hope that you can clip that. Sarah, hey, could you take that and make a clip of that or something? Or somebody should put that up in a Dropbox, or maybe, I don't know. Or I could probably edit it right here on the YouTube. Actually, interesting. Interesting. I think you can do that. But anyway, Kenny Vieth, thank you for tuning in. Hello, Jane. And this has been a lot of fun. And yeah, I think these shows are getting okay. Okay, I will have to call up Rod Weber, the filmmaker, because he's well. Check out the dumpster fire. Then find 2020 number 2020 the dumpster fire, and I'm also in that movie quite a bit. Could be a little bit more, I think, but that's just me. And that's Rod Weber fucking around in 2020, screwing with a lot of the politicians, doing the whole shtick, pretending to run for president here and there for fun, and just check that shit out. A lot of some riot cop shit in that, I bet. So anyway, tune in next week. Hire me for a Cameo, because all that Cameo money goes to the Vermin Supreme Institute, and we do finance a food pantry down in Texas sometimes, and other stuff. So check that shit out. VerminSupremeInstitute.com. Yeah, there's that. Cameo.com/Vermin Supreme. Cameo.com/Vermin Supreme. Patreon.com/Vermin Supreme. Couple bucks a month, and you get stickers. You get stickers. That's right, stickers. And all the other things. Social medias, go, whatever. Okay. Yes, I will. I think that's an interesting thing. Although, okay. Anyway, thank you very much. Got nothing else to say. It's a beautiful day. Go out, have fun, be kind, rewind, be nice to everyone, exercise patience with your loved ones and with strangers. And try not to give in to the fear. Try not to give in to the anxiety. Try and maintain a breezy and on top of it disposition. And always look on the sunny side of life. And blubbity, 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 blah. Spread the love. Thank you. Loving you all. And, all right. Better sign out before I start getting all sentimental and choking up and shit. All right. Bye-bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. End.